So I wanted to make a super quick video for this problem. This was a quiz problem, and it's really a little bit confusing because we did not talk about this specifically, and I don't know if you talked about it in class. But we are given this right here. So this is the reciprocal, or it looks very familiar. Let's just start with that. So when we see this on a quiz, we might think, gosh, this looks familiar. This looks like the tangent difference identity. And it really does, except that it's the reciprocal. So at first you look at it, but this is why it's really helpful to when you get your test, you go up in the corner and you write all your identities so that you can stop, compare, and be sure that you're not just getting tripped up in the rush. So it's the difference identity. So that's really simple. It's basically just tangent 120 and the reciprocal of that. So we put a 1 over it, and it's cotangent of 120. So now the question is, if you don't know, because not many people have cotangents and angles memorized, if you don't know what it is, how would you figure that out? Well, if you do know the tangent of 120, then you just flip it over. If you don't even know that though, here's what you can do. So I will draw out just the positive y-axis, and we're going to make a reference triangle. So we start here in the positive x-axis, positive y-axis, or in this quadrant, right? So we start here and we're going to make a 120-degree angle. This drawing, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to look accurate. Okay, that's close enough, I think. I think that was a good effort. And I'm going to drop a line right here. Okay, so my reference triangle for these triangles in this quadrant, they're not going to be made, so I've got a line, like basically my radius right here. So the temptation is to just drop a line over and say this is your reference triangle. If you do, you're going to end up with all of what you think cotangents are. Those are actually going to be the tangents, and vice versa. Everything will be flipped. So if it's in this quadrant, you drop your line down so that you've got your angle here, and then this is, I'm going to do this in a different color, but this is your reference triangle. So I always like to label, so this is a, so it's not totally clear since my drawing's not to scale. So this is 90, right here is 90. This is 30, that means this is 60. And that means this is 30. It does not look like that, but you know, I'm cool with that. That's fine with me. All right, so a 1 here, a 2 here, a square root of 3 here. So you should have those memorized, but you could always do the Pythagorean theorem if you just like had a total brain cloud. All right, so I'm always going to write this out because it makes me feel better. So the tangent is opposite over adjacent, and the cotangent is adjacent over opposite. So my angle, oh, and by the way, something I should have written, because we are dealing on this side of the axis, let's write a -1 here. Otherwise, we'll have to remember to go back and put it, and we do not want to do that. So I'm looking at this angle. So opposite, so the 60-degree angle, right? So it's going to be the opposite is square root of 3, and the adjacent is -1. So my tangent is negative square root of 3. And my cotangent is -1 over square root of 3. We cannot have a radical in the denominator, so it's negative square root of 3 over 3. And that is the answer. Yay.